What is going on, everybody? We are in the city centre of Sydney, and today I'm doing something for the first time, something a little bit different, out of my comfort zone, and it's to try and get some new content for the social medias. The plan of attack is to try and interview people on the street today and just get insights and their thoughts and hear about their journey when it comes to their health and wellness. I think it could be really beneficial for my followers. They may be able to relate better to the people that hopefully I'm able to interview today, and hopefully we can get some real insights and value for the people who follow me on Instagram. We're going to give it a go. Definitely out of my comfort zone. I'm going to have to go up to random strangers and try and get them to dance and see if they'll give me a minute or two of their time and open up a little bit. So we'll see how it goes. But you know, here's the lesson. One of the lessons in today's vlog, something that's very important if you're trying to grow on social media, if you're wanting to be an entrepreneur, if you're wanting to build a brand, you have to be comfortable with trying new things and putting yourself out there and be willing to take risks and potentially fail. This is not something that comes natural to me. Oh, there's the wind. But that's why I'm doing it, to challenge myself, to try and mix up the content a little bit and just get more comfortable speaking to people when it's not scripted, more sort of natural feel to it. Lesson for today is most definitely that be willing to try new things, be willing to put yourself out there, because you never know what will happen. Yes, in my experience, a lot of these things may fail, as I've explained before. That's being an entrepreneur, but that's how we figure out what works, by eliminating what doesn't work. So you have to try things, okay? So wish me luck. We'll see how this goes, and yeah, I'll check back in later, give you an update. Well, so far so good. Very pleasantly surprised. I think I've asked maybe 8 people, and 4 or 5 of them have given me a couple of minutes of their time. Some of their answers have been fantastic, so really pleased, really glad that I decided to do this. I was nervous, to be honest, just because it's difficult, you know, you want to make sure you ask the right questions, you don't know what way the interview is going to go, and it's, yeah, as I mentioned before, it's definitely out of my comfort zone, but it's going really well. So yeah, if you're thinking about, should I do something, should I not, just do it, just give it a go, push through that initial stage of anxiety, and what's the worst that can happen? I've had a few no's, nobody's been rude, so it's been a major success. So I'm going to try and get a couple more. I've then got to head back and start my other job, and yeah, we'll finish off the day with a workout, and that'll be a productive one for sure. So I might check back in just as I'm leaving the city. If not, I'll see you soon.
2,000 years later.
Hollywood! How we doing, everyone? So a week has passed since I was down in the city of Sydney and was harassing members of the public and trying to get them to do interviews. To recap, it was a brilliant success. Really happy with how it went and how the videos have turned out. For my first attempt at that, I think it was great. Definitely a few things that I could work on. A few too many ums and ahs, and could have been quicker with my delivery of the questions, but there's another M, need to work on that. But overall, it was really good for a first attempt. As anything that I do, you try it, then you evaluate it, and you see areas where you can improve. So definitely a few improvements for the next ones, but overall, very successful. Today, I am recording my content for the week. So every week I have to come up with new content, and the process behind it is really the beginning of the week. I start coming up with ideas. I normally get them when I'm out on a walk, and then I shortlist the ones that are my favourites, and then I start to build a script throughout the week. And then on the weekends, on Saturdays, normally after I finish my boxing, I get to work and get some filming done. So that's what we're doing right now. So for any of you that are wanting to start a brand, become an entrepreneur, you're going to have to get comfortable being on camera, most likely. If it's a service-based business, then maybe not. But in this day and age, people want to see the owner of the business. And that's actually how you're going to build a brand. People get invested in people. So if you're not comfortable on camera, start practicing. If you are thinking about creating your own business, becoming an entrepreneur, e-commerce, there's going to be an aspect of social media and it's going to help you. So definitely work on that. When I first started filming, when I first started Wolfborough, I kind of underestimated how much I would need to be on social media. And to be honest, like, the first videos I'd done were terrible. I was so nervous, like I was having almost like anxiety, panic attacks. I couldn't catch my breath, I was sweating, I was having heart palpitations. But I was smoking a lot of cannabis then, so that might have been messing with my heart a little bit. But I had to go and pretend that I was on a hike, because if I was on a hike, then when I started getting out of breath, it would just seem like it's because I was going uphill. So that's what I did for my first video. It was only a story, about 30 people seen it, but I was bricking it. But over time, it's been like 2 years now that I've been on camera, I've gotten better at it. There's still work to be done, as you can see, but pretty comfortable in front of the camera now, which is great. So like anything, it just takes practice and it does get easier. I've got some work to do this afternoon, and then hopefully be able to chill out and enjoy the sunshine. And then tomorrow we have got a hot date. Let's go. Fortunately, when I'm on these dates, I feel bad like filming, but like last week I was on one and I went to this really nice national park, Australian National Park I think it's called. Beautiful setting, and I wish I could have filmed some stuff. I got a little bit on my phone, but it's just too early to be whipping out the tripod and the full camera. I'll scare her off. So we can't really film too much on these dates. Tomorrow, going to a jazz festival and go on a little hike as well, so it should be a good day. I might be able to record some stuff on my phone so that I can bring you along on the journey, but that's all for now. I'll keep you updated with what's going on. I'm really busy with my side job at the moment until we get this event out the way at the end of this month. So that's been taking up a lot of my time, juggling as always, but it's good, learning loads, bringing in money to keep us afloat, and yeah, it's all part of the process. So I'll leave you just now. I'll check back in soon. Peace. In these vlogs, I'm trying to provide you with as much value as possible. It's not just about showing you my life, because to be honest, at times my life is not that exciting because I'm in the building phase, laser focused, juggling my job along with building the brand, and it's really all systems go on the work front. But I want to give you some real insights, things that I've learned over the years on my journey. And we need to go right the way back to the beginning. And if you're going to be starting a business, you need to figure out what it is you're going to do. Are you selling a product or are you selling a service? And then we have to figure out, how are you going to finance this? So first of all, you need to figure out what it is that you want to do. Now, if it's a product, from my experience, I would highly recommend that you don't invest a lot of capital in the beginning into the business, that you perhaps go the drop shipping route. Drop shipping has really advanced over the last few years and the options are great. When I began, I had to buy all my stock and I had to ship it to Canada and I had to store it because I was building a brand. If I wanted to put my logo on the products, they would not do that drop shipping. They wouldn't just print a logo every time a sale came in. But now there are suppliers who will do that. You need to look on Alibaba, you can find them. If you need help sourcing them, then message me. I'm good at that, I can help you. But you need to decide, is it a product or is it a service? So to recap on today's lesson, figure out what it is that you want to do. Is it a product or is it a service? This is going to be dependent on what finances you have to be able to get going. So first of all, figure out what capital do you have, where can you raise capital, do you actually need to raise any capital, and then you can start to decide what route to go down. Products you can do cheaply if you drop ship. If you don't, you're going to have to find money from somewhere. So you're either going to be working alongside getting this project off the ground to continue that steady flow of capital, or to save up enough money to go and buy the stock, which, as I said, I wouldn't recommend. Or you go into a service-based business, which there will be some startup costs, but very minimal. So there is options available to you. You don't need to go into massive amounts of debt. That's the reason why I'm doing this video. You don't put yourself under that pressure to begin with. Start slow, test the waters, and then build from there. So first things first, is it a product or is it a service? And how am I going to fund this? I've got a really nice hybrid in my business. I do coaching, online coaching, teaching people how to basically get healthy from home, strength and mobility training, and I also sell my home gym equipment packages. So I've got products and services. Now, it's took me a number of years to build this up and make it successful, and there's a long road to go, but it is possible. And I didn't really invest a hell of a lot to begin with. It was just enough to buy the products, and then I've been working full time alongside building Wolfborough, and the money that I make working I then put into marketing. So as I've said previously, and I always hammer this home, there's going to need to be sacrifices if you want to be a successful entrepreneur. The main point of this video is you figuring out, first of all, product or service, and then how am I going to fund this. How we doing, everybody? Here is a quick update on what's been going on just in my life in general, give you a bit of insight into me. I think you already are aware that I live in Sydney, Australia, and the reason for that is because the weather is shite in Scotland and also in Canada for half of the year. And I want to be somewhere where I can be the healthiest, best version of myself, getting vitamin D, being able to be outdoors, and Australia, Sydney especially, ticks all of those boxes. I also have family out here, and that's where I'm currently living. And the beauty of that is I get to spend more time with them, and I also get to save on rent, because when you are in a startup, you're an entrepreneur, a solo entrepreneur, you want to be saving as much money as possible. You can't be spending money on shite. It's working out really well. I'm very grateful that I have that opportunity, but it comes with its flaws and its downsides. I'm 33 years old, I'll keep it real. And at 33 years old, I did not expect to be living with family, to be honest. But it is what it is. It's not forever. It's probably only going to be for one more year. And it's sometimes you've got to take one step back to go two forward. And on a more current basis, what's going on in my life? I've been out dating, which is good. Meeting some nice girls. The dating scene today, as you probably know, is a little bit rough, but I'm enjoying it, I'm having fun, I'm getting to go see new places, meet nice women. Still not found the one, but we'll definitely get there. Not in a rush, fairly confident in what I have to offer, and when the time is right, it will happen. It's work, it's training, it's, when I say work, it's the business and my job, training, and getting out there and just being a bit more social and enjoying the nice weather in Sydney, and just trying to carve out a bit of time for myself as well. What is happening, everybody? Today I'm going to be going to Ku-ring-gai Chase National Park, which is just outside Sydney, Australia. It's going to be really nice, go for a bit of a hike, and there's like this little secret beach that I want to try and find. So that's the plan of attack for today. I will bring you along for the journey. I'm going to try and share more of what I get up to in my spare time. So yeah, this is going to be a good one. Got shit to do. Let's go, fuckers. Made it to the Ku-ring-gai Chase National Park. Been hiking for about 10-15 minutes. Hot, that's what I'll describe it as. Probably about 30 degrees just now. Maybe should have came a bit earlier, but anyway, we're here. So it's nice, quiet, secluded. What I will say is the hiking in Australia that I've done so far, actually some of them have been really nice, but it doesn't quite live up to the hiking in Canada. But I guess that's like comparing a Porsche to a Ford. Right, I take back what I said about the views and the scenery not being as good in Australia as Canada, because look at this, pretty epic. Very nice. That down there is Mackerel Beach, where we're going to go down and relax. I'm going to chill up here for a little bit first, take in the scenery, because this is really nice, this is great. Made it to Mackerel Beach. This is some spot. I wasn't meant to take the route that I took. You have to go through private property, and I was jumping through people's back gardens basically. These ones over here. Those rocks you can see along there, I had to clamber along there, along the coast, but we got here. And it doesn't seem like I've pissed anyone off or nobody's seen me in their garden. So happy days. Time to chill. And what's next for me? Well, next week I'm going to Kuala Lumpur. I want to check out Malaysia. Kuala Lumpur's got a digital nomad visa. It's meant to be one of the best places to live in the world right now for affordability, life quality, weather, healthcare. So I am going to Kuala Lumpur next week. The next time you see me on the vlog, I will be there. Until then, keep it going, keep disciplined. Remember to delay gratification and continue to take action. Now, let's cue the plane montage as I fly to Kuala Lumpur. Peace.